Hey guys, I'd like to come to you and talk to you a little bit about what we talked about at Men's Leadership Night and a few of the leadership lessons that we could just be applying in our daily lives and making sure that we're doing our very best to lead our families and lead out in the church here as God has given us opportunity. I first just want to say that as we talked about, it's important that we don't allow a leadership vacuum to occur in our homes or even in the church, where because of our neglect of leadership and not following up with what God has called us to do, we allow others to lead in our place and really just create a vacuum and cause others people to have to step up and lead when we should have been. And in the home, oftentimes that happens where the wife has to step up and lead in place of the husband, or the children end up leading the home in place of the husband leading out as God has called him to do. So we want to be real careful about that and make sure that there's not a leadership vacuum happening in our homes or in our church. But one of the things that we mentioned was the common definition of leadership is influence. Leadership is influence, and that's a great definition. It's very common. John Maxwell has used it, probably one of the greatest promoters of that definition. But the fact is, it's still a great principle. It's a great truth that we ought to remember. Leadership is influence, and so we need to remember that. But oftentimes as leaders, we want to come in and we want to rule the day. We want to say, hey, this is what I've said and this is how it's going to be. And we try that without having built our influence or invested in our influence. So over the next several videos, I'm going to give us just some pointers on things that we ought to invest into our leadership, especially inside of our homes, but it will translate and impact our relationship inside the church. So number one, can I just say this, that we need to make the investment into our influence of integrity. Integrity. Always doing the right thing. Where people who know us, our wives, our children, know that our reputation is one of doing the right thing, of having good, solid character, where there's no wonder about it. You can be a lot of things as a leader. You can be a great guy at work, have a great work ethic. But if there is not integrity, if there is not this just commitment to doing right, well, you're going to really hurt your leadership very quickly in the eyes of your wife, in the eyes of your children, in the eyes of other believers. So let's think about that just today. Let's invest integrity into our influence. Let's make sure that we're doing the right thing in every matter, whether it's at work, at home, at church. Let's make sure that we're doing the right thing. Dwight Eisenhower said this: the supreme quality for leadership is unquestionable integrity. Unquestionable integrity. Without it, no real success is possible, no matter whether it's on a section gang, a football field, in the army, or in an office. And he said that, and it's so very true. Let's do what is right. Ephesians 5:8 says this: for ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of the light. It means every day, let's take the steps that we need to take in order to walk as children of God, as disciples of Christ. Let's do the right thing. Let's invest integrity into our influence so we can continue to lead in our homes and in our church and in our workplaces and wherever else that God has called us to lead. God bless you.